Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Invictus Racing League's Formula One F1 division. And welcome on along to the stream as usual. This is brought to you by Grid Rival and Nailcut Hall, and in association with Driver61 and GridFinder.com. My name is Webbo. And as usual, I'm here to take you through tonight's proceedings. I'm joined, though, back with Lightning again. Hey, Lightning.
Hello. Great to be back.
Well, I tell you one person, Lightning, who will be glad that you're back, and that's Max, because since you departed us for a couple of weeks, Max has not scored. So his championship has completely derailed without you in the commentary box. So I think the Lightning curse is definitely lifted, and it's switched the other way around now.
Well, maybe he was cursed because he nicked my job.
Well, he nicked your job after he had his poor run of form. So we'll see if it comes back to him. Jaume is not here yet. I haven't heard from him. So, again, it could all switch round, but hopefully, Lightning, you'll be able to take us through the current standings, and we'll see what kind of challenge is in front of the top drivers here. We're still waiting for the first win from Speed Queen. We don't know if Jaume will turn up, if he's at another race right now, and he's going to show up in style like he did last week. Last week was crazy. He showed up with just under 3 minutes to go and put it on pole for qualifying. Wow. Quite incredible.
That is pretty impressive. Well, the standings are, in fact, Jaume in first place with 130 points, 2 wins in a row at the moment, with Max still in P2 but 10 points behind. So he needs a podium and Jaume not to be here to be able to be equal. Speed Queen in P3 with 97 points. Could you imagine if Speed Queen could win this? That'd be pretty awesome. Would need a few miracles though. Living Wall in fourth, getting back after his first part of the season, which was quite turbulent. He's got 2 podiums in a row. He's got 77 points. And then Yella in a Mercedes, who hasn't scored twice in a row with 60 points, so he's fallen back. We'll go into the constructors' standings now. Real quick, Alpine in lead, as you can imagine, with 217 points, and Mercedes in second place with 190, and then Red Bull with 106, so not much has changed there.
Sweet. Well, we're on track. We're in China. Hello to Martin, Ben, and Yella, who joins us live from the garage as well. Yella, he's saying that Jaume probably won't be here. I don't know whether to believe that or not, but he says this is going to favour Alpine because with all the pressure on him for the Mercedes team, he doesn't perform particularly well. Matty tells me that it's dry today, so we should have a straight fight. It probably will get differently overcast and cloudy. But Lightning, I think Reshka is about to take us through our first running lap here at the Shanghai International Circuit.
Sorry, I was just bullying Jaume.
Yeah, we shall.
Okie dokie. On board, going through the very, very twisty turn 1 down into turn 2, which is very easy to lock up through here. But gets around it quite well. Really difficult to get to the power down, very easy to spin. And now keep to the left-hand side for this right-hander. Yet another easy place to lock up. Also very difficult traction. It's pretty much the entire thing around this track. Almost flat out through this left-hander, and then quickly turn to the right. Super difficult section here. So easy to lose a back end, especially through these very difficult traction zones whilst you're turning. So easy to go run wide there, but doesn't. Heading into yet another snail section. Good apex.
The Snail International Circuit.
The Snail League, very much so, yeah. Going a little bit wide there at the start, so not going to help his traction down on this very, very, very long straight. I think it's like 1.4 kilometers. Opens the DRS. 199 miles an hour, hits 200. 100 meters and brake. Closing that DRS. Hairpin into here. Good overtaking spot for the race. Heading slightly back up the hill. Last corner. Make or break the lap, really easy to go wide, but doesn't. Uses all the track, but doesn't exceed it with a 131.5 for Williams. Pretty good
Beautiful
bank lap.
stuff. Yeah, good lap from Reshka. It looks like Livingwall heading straight into the pits. That's a bit of a surprise. This final corner, turn 16, is the undoing of many a driver's lap. Can cause so much frustration. Luke Bailey goes a 32.1. And we've got the Aston Martins about to cross the line, I believe. Ghost, or Ghost, goes on a 1:33.1. And Jeffrey had invalidated just about to finish his lap. Next up, we have got one of the Haas drivers, who is Whale, and that's 1:33.5. I was watching the wrong Haas driver, unfortunately. And then Burmeister, who has sat in for you on one occasion on a Tuesday night. He has obviously managed to fix his race seat and pedal particularly, and hopefully he's back with us, because he had a mechanical, and we heard some very important negotiations going on with Fanatec as well. So Burmeister goes third, a 1:33.0. Who else is actually attacking a lap? Simply 90 about to come out around the corner. Hello to Ivan Karakov, or Ivan Belov as he's known in F2, and to Renz, of course, who's here. Oh, Simply 90 slowing to the line there. That's interesting tactic. Obviously didn't really fancy starting on those tyres. And Ivan's somewhat surprised to find you with us again.
I know, it's rare for me to be alive. If Burmeister gets a Thrustmaster, then he'll never score points again. I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
I do hold a grudge.
Well, it's not looking good. I mean, the boss may want us to get sponsorship from companies, and now we've ruled out the two most used companies with some negative Fanatec, publicity.
I like. I've never used it, but I like it.
Okay.
Don't like Logitech though. Never use that either.
Oh, I'm a Logitech guy, actually.
Logitech.
That's me. Yeah.
To be fair, Logitech Mises are pretty good.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Ghost says +1 to the Thrustmaster hate. Ivan is praying for no safety car today, so that you can see a nice clean strategy.
Also hates Thrustmaster. Much respect. GG, Ghost. I like that.
I'm a cheapo guy, because I commentate all the time and I don't take I'm not good enough to afford the equipment. Wow, yeah, Whale down in P6, a 1:33.5 and out of qualifying.
I was going to make a joke, but the fact would be wrong. I was going to say he drowned because he's out of water, but whales breathe air. So, yeah.
Yeah, and a different type of whale as well.
He was beached! He was beached! Like sights in the gravel.
Oh, you're going to get a lot of hate for this. Simon Palmer's here as well. Simon Palmer is in for... surely, Lightning, you've learnt from
I can make it worse by
all kinds of years. Don't mention either of the two drivers you're about to mention. Taking out starts his outlap, so we're going to get another run on a Williams car on board. See how his lap shapes up here, as he's the only one actually on a lap right now. Still waiting for Jeffrey, Max, Yella, Speed Queen and Livingwall to set times.
Livingwall never sets a time. Well, not earlier, that means. He only sets it late.
No, and of course the Alpines, like the rest of the drivers, to sweep up. They like them to sweep the track for the first lap.
Yeah, Max never usually goes out at the start. Only with like 10 minutes left, sometimes less. Oh, my back. It's itchy.
Well, you can file that one, folks, under the Lightning giving away too much information column.
I don't have any biscuits today, by the way.
No.
So you can't hear me munching.
While taking L's goes past the permanently empty grandstands.
It's COVID, you know. Oh my god, I just said the word.
Oh, don't use... Taking L's has got a nice run on the back of his teammate here. Reshka giving him a beautiful tow down that long straight. Very well timed. If it was deliberate, that worked out very, very well indeed. We'll watch him get to the end of his lap, but Max is on a lap at the moment, I believe, is he?
Yes, he is. I'm on board with him. Okay. Going through the snail section, the second snail section, that is, on the start-finish on the back straight even, opened the DRS. Now that you said that the grandstands are empty, I can't get it out of my mind.
They never. There's never ever anybody in those ones. I can't understand why, but
there is here though. That's nice.
Yes, yeah, it's just those at the end of the circuit. I assume that it's similar to racetracks that are poorly attended in this country, and they just close off half the track. Well, Max goes P2. That's a nice start for championship contender, but Yella straight in as a provisional pole, a 1:31.4. I wonder what kind of time we're going to see today. Let's see what the chat reckons. What time will pole be? And you can give me a Jaum or no Jaum version, Rents. You can go with 2 here.
I reckon it'll be a 31-1.
31-1. I think we might get into the 30s. Speed Queen is coming out of turn 13. The turn 13 snail section, the unwinding snail rather than the winding snail of turn 1, 2. I thought she was going to be close enough to the McLaren of Luke Bailey in front, but not at all. And Rents is suggesting you get some cognac. It's a bit of brandy down you, Lightning. You were up for Malibu earlier, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Speed Queen up to P7 then, but she's gone for the medium tyres, and we see that very often with Speed Queen. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked to the point where she's got herself a win yet in the previous 2 seasons. Ghost in the Aston Martin straight up to the top, 31.452 instead of Yella's 4.58. That's mighty close, so maybe I was a little bit optimistic with that run. Living Wall has just pitted. Matty pits behind him, having not set a time again. So we are still waiting for some times to come out. As Burmeister, always fan favourite. How many fans of Burmeister have we got watching with us at the moment?
2.
You reckon 2?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a guess.
Well, what I always find funny is that Burmeister tunes in religiously to watch Kuipers. And I don't think I've ever seen Kuipers watch Burmeister's race. And apparently Kuipers has now given up using Burmeister's setup because Burmeister likes a oversteery setup.
Does he now?
Oh no, there we go. Simon Palmer is there for Burt at least. So I haven't seen Abby, but we'll see what see who shouts up for Burmeister. 1:33.0 is his outlap. No, that's his fastest lap so far. 1:33.016. Ghost should be on his way in, so I think Jeffrey might be actually on a lap.
No.
So it's just Burr then. Oh, but actually Simon Palmer is correcting this. He's here for Luke Bailey instead. So.
Oh, Luke Bailey has a fan.
Mm.
Never thought I'd see the day. That's a joke. I'm sorry.
Harsh.
But true. Anyway. Oh, actually, we have a chance. That was a very weird voice crack. Anyway, we have a chance to predict the quantity of seconds that Simply 90 will accumulate on top of his race time.
Now, that's another thing. That has been a major development while you've been gone from us, Lightning. Simply 90 ran the whole race last race, and I gave him driver of the day last race for getting 0 penalties.
Wow.
Yep.
That is impressive.
So,
what's more impressive is Burmeister having a purple sector.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry.
So that Simon Palmer says 4 seasons he had with Luke as a teammate. So, and they're still friends. Oh. Wow, the great time from Burt. Yeah, Burmeister provisional pole, and he knows we're watching him as well. So Burt giving it the old celebratory wiggle there on the way out.
I think that out of respect to the legend himself, everyone should just retire.
Yeah, well, Whale led the trend there, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's now ended up down in 11th. as things stand. So how many minutes have we got left of qualifying?
3.5.
3.5. So it's about Jaume o'clock.
Well, for Bomas' sake, let's hope not.
No, indeed. Well, Reshka is showing pretty well here. Max needs to pick up the pace on his final run. Everybody now not on track is waiting for the best opportunity. Should avoid traffic round here, Lightning. It's not too twisty and tight for finding your own space on track. Lightning's gone from us. Hopefully we'll get Lightning back shortly. There he is.
I dropped my cup. What was the question?
It's not too hard to find yourself some space on the track for a quali run here.
No, especially when you only have 13 drivers.
Try not to mention the lack of drivers.
I blame that on you because you just said something to do with that anyway.
Right, Reshka in then to the first couple of corners, easing the car out of turn 3 through turn 4, which will catch the drivers out turn 4 with low grip. He is 008 over at this stage, going into turn 6, misses the apex slightly and is correcting on the way out. Let's see if he saves some tyres for later on. This is the fast section.
Oh, yellow flag. Someone's binned it. No, they haven't.
Well, we admire the shout out anyway. We'll get an update on Reshka's time here as he's about to cross his sector, and he's 1/10 up, and that is actually on course for pole. But that little correction going through turn 12 probably won't help matters here. It might help straighten the car up slightly for a run through turn 13. Could get the slingshot out of the banked corner, but time will tell. We will ride with Reshka and see how the lap is going to finish out. 3 drivers still in the pits at the moment. That's your championship contender Max, who was the leader until the previous round. It's so far no Jaume for us tonight, so Max could have an opportunities here. Reshka on pole, a 1:31.357. Man, it's close to the top.
Wow. When you don't have a dominant driver, you get 2 tenths separating the top 5.
Oh, Ghost had to slow. I think. Oh, he's on a. He's running an extra lap. There was a Williams spun around on the exit. Yeah, well, he caused, I think, Ghost to slow on that lap. Luke
that
Bailey.
Means Whale is 10th. Oh my god. Poor Whale.
Let's see. Is that yellow flag going to affect Max? Speed Queen retires from the session. Speed Queen down then in 9th and very close to Whale in the tower order. Simon Palmer says Bearers had a bit of Dutch courage tonight. So.
Oh, has he now? That might be the reason that he's up there.
Not even once. We should
get drunk more times.
Yeah, we have to side with Nico Rosberg here on the 0 alcohol when driving. But at least in
I'd say the opposite. I mean, he's 3rd place. Oh my
Jeffrey
god,
goes pole, 30.6, and Max goes up to what would have been pole position, but is now the front row on a 1:31.119. Where did that come from, Jeffrey Stinson?
Well, we were talking about it being close and no domination. Jeffrey's just half a second.
Yeah, he's just taken the fight in, hasn't he, to the rest of the field.
I reckon he cut a corner, definitely.
Simply 90 out of the final corner then, stretching for the line from P8. Only improves by 0.06 of a second. It's still an improvement, but no way, no further up the grid. And now we've got Ghost.
Ooh,
I haven't got an update on his time. Have you seen one?
I did not see one, no. But it's currently 1:18, and he went wide there, so that's not going to help him out. And yeah, he's not getting this one.
That looks like a driver who was needing to take an extra chance at the end, but he gets up to P3. That was quicker than his previous time. P3 for Ghost. What about Matty as he comes through turn 16? Can Matty lift himself above the drivers with a difficult run. He has, up to P10 for Matty. And does that just leave Livingwall running at the moment on a lap?
No,
he's slow.
On an out lap, yeah.
Yeller invalidated his lap as well, so he won't go any quicker, Lightning. It looks like we've got our order, and it goes green, blue, red.
Interesting. Wow. Half a second.
Taking L's confirming the game disqualified him for turning around and gives it the old, what was that, 7 Fs, 4 S's in a comment there. So Jeffrey's well pleased with that as well.
7F, 4S.
We'll put 7 Fs before 4 S's, and that's what he wrote in the chat.
I'm being a bit stupid, so I need to look at it.
Okay. Well, Jeffrey gets the pole. Max in a good place to start the race, and probably his highest place up for the last 3 or 4 races. He is up there now. I don't think Jean will be able to join us in time between sessions, so that will be Jeffrey on pole, Max on second, and Ghost right up there on 3rd place as well.
I get it now, Webbo.
Great to see the comments piling up as usual. We're up to 40 straight away.
I must be a bit stupid.
You can take us through the grid.
P1 is our engineer himself, Jeff, with a 130.674 in the Aston Martin. P2 is Max, our NOTS championship leader, with a 131.1, 4 tenths away from Jeffrey. Well, 4.5 tenths actually. Ghost P3, who had an issue having to slow down his lap, so pretty good job from him. Reschke on the Williams P4, Burmeister on that Dutch Courage P5, pretty cool. Yeller not performing well under pressure, as he said, P6. Luke Bailey 7th with the McLaren. Simply 90 in the Haas, P8. Livingwall 9th. Matty 10th. Speed Queen 11th with the free choice attire. Likewise is whoever was in 12th. And then...
Wait, we got taking L's and Whale. Yep.
Yeah. Whale and then taking L's because he got disqualified.
So hi to Marco joins us as well, who's actually cheering on Burmeister, and Smoke is here for tomorrow night's race as well. Were you getting excited about the weather?
Who's Smoke supporting?
Good question. I think Smoke is supporting anyone except Burn Mylander so that he can nab a strategy.
Smoke is probably quite at home here in China because the amount of smog around.
Oh, do you think tomorrow we'll have to call him Smog?
That's oh wow, that's brilliant. Yes, I'll cancel everything I have to do just to be there.
Well, we have our customary break while the drivers get themselves comfortable and ready to race.
Conversation Street. What should we talk about?
It is difficult, isn't it? This bit.
Front wings.
We can talk about. We can talk about strategy and predictions for the race. That's the best thing we can do. Get your predictions in now for the podiums.
Look at the garages. Mercedes doesn't have a front wing. Red Bull doesn't. McLaren doesn't, and the rest do. Oh wait, no. Ferrari. I don't think Ferrari does. Interesting.
I'm not sure interesting means what you think it means, but it's certainly something that is on screen.
That was very cheeky.
Rent says he wants us to talk about the overcut.
Overcut? Yeah. Okay, overcut is when you stay out longer than your opponent. There you go.
Ghost says soft wets, hards is the strategy.
Oh yeah, definitely the wets. Actually, the wets are very durable, so, to be fair.
Do make sure you've subscribed to the channel today. You don't want to miss a week full of Invictus Racing League action. I'll be back tomorrow with F2, as will a lot of the guys watching already here tonight. So you can pick one of those as your favourite or least favourite to follow. And then we have F3, PC1, and Realistic Performance all to come through the week. Before we have 2 further rounds of the championship starting next week, of course, here on Invictus Racing League with the F1 division that starts it all as usual. I haven't got any nice predictions in the chat yet. Lightning, what do you reckon tonight?
What do I reckon tonight? I reckon it'll be Speed Queen who takes the win. Trust me on this.
Okay. She qualified on mediums and she's put softs on to start the race.
Followed by Yeller and Burmeister. And Max will, yeah, we'll not talk about that.
Okay. But you think not a podium for Max today while Jam is away. Living Wall, Whale and Taking L's have gone for the medium tyre, so look for Living Wall to possibly struggle a little bit in the early corners. Speed Queen going for the lead strategy, which is somewhat unusual for her, so a sign that she's changing things up a little bit. Smoke says a Pirelli shod car will win. Rent says Max Reshka Speed Queen. And Christoph joins us. Cool132 joins us at this late hour, just in time for the start of the race, which is great to see.
Let's see the predictions in chat. It's very quiet now.
Rusman is supporting Speed Queen. Is Rusman88, do you think, the same as Gam88? Who will show up about an hour into the coverage.
Yeah, go Speed Queen.
Says go Speed Queen. Simon Palmer says Speed Queen saves softs in case of a safety car. Well, as the cars round the final corner and prepare for their grid positioning, we'll just one more thank you to the sponsors before the race gets underway. That is Grid Rival and Nail Cut Hall, and our partners gridfinder.com and Drover61. So we are almost there. Lightning will be watching from near the back of this 13-car grid, and we will get underway for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. Remember, this is 3 races to go, including this one in our championship, so it's incredibly important that the likes of Max and Yeller have a very good performance, and Speed Queen gets good points for Alpine as well in the battle for the constructors, especially while Jaume is away, our championship leader. Waiting for the lights. Here they come then. It's time to build to the start of our coverage and the start of our Grand Prix. It's lights out and go, go, go. With it looks like Jeffrey having a little bit of a struggle away from second gear at that point. And is that Max creeping up the inside? No, it isn't actually. Jeffrey has done well. Ghost was going around the outside, and Yeller coming down the inside of Ghost. Ghost will hold the inside to the left-hander. Problems for Whale, it sounds like, in the background, but we'll almost get there. Side by side go Yeller and Ghost on the approach then to turn 6, and Yeller has got ahead. It looks like one of the Williams, it's Reshka coming down the inside of Burmeister, and they tag slightly, but thankfully both cars surviving that one. Lightning, what did you see from the front?
Well, going up the inside, tagging someone on the rear right, meaning he spins. Speed Queen got an amazing start, but got stuck between some cars, so had to back out of it and lost the position.
Yeah, she's down in 12th now, stuck behind 2 medium drivers, and she's going to need an uncharacteristic fiery first couple of laps here on the soft tyres to get ahead of those guys, Lightning.
Certainly will. Going to have to make some aggressive moves up the inside of the Snell section. What a beautiful move just then on taking L's. Wow.
Now you're talking, they decide to position the camera for the entire kilometre plus straight right at the end of it, but not quite where you would see the hairpin. Speed Queen is stuck on the outside of the Williams driver taking L's. We see a little bit of an exchange. Taking L's gets the place back thanks to his positioning on track, and it is Jeffrey at the front from Max, 1.2 seconds back.
Ghost is round.
Ghost,
he's got broken wing.
Ghost spinning, there he is, and the worst possible place to break your wing. It doesn't appear too bad from this angle,
Speed
but
Queen,
who knows what problems he's had.
Whale around the outside, so Whale has recovered from his spin and he's back in the pack. Switch back from Speed Queen on taking L's. Up the inside here will be the outside for the next corner into turn 4.
She keeps ending up on the outside of this Williams driver. Down the outside she goes, trying to use the track. Taking L's, puts the squeeze on slightly. Speed Queen wants the inside line. Can she get there? Not quite on taking L's. That's the big time lift out the throttle and counter steer on the way into turn 7.
Oh, Simply 90 spun. Everyone's spinning.
Yeah, that is a shame to see both Haas drivers down in the order. At the front though, Jeffrey and Max are still leading this race Yella has gained 3 places, Matty 4, and taking L's 4. Matty was temporarily a little bit higher than that, where the ascendancy has stalled from other drivers. Luke Bailey is exactly where he started, alone with just the 2 leaders in that position at this stage. Speed Queen, has she managed to get the inside line yet? Just about, but she completely loses the overspeed without that DRS. She's obviously got a more draggy setup than taking L's Lightning there.
It does seem like that's the case, yeah. Going to be quite difficult. Has to make the move work through the corners. Does have the extra grip with these tyres, but that won't last forever.
No, and the gaps have opened out. The top 4 drivers, this is very unusual, into lap 3, and the top 4 are all outside of DRS with one another. Speed Queen taking a very tight line into turn 1 and 2. Unfortunately, that's not always the fastest way through, but it will mitigate the aero loss. She's taking tighter lines around turn 3 and 4. We'll get a short stab of DRS down into turn 12 shortly, but it's not usually enough to make a move, just enough to bring the cars back together again before they take the long, winding right-hander of turn 13 to come.
This is quite an interesting track on the game, has to be said.
Yeah, it does generate really interesting races, generally speaking.
Yeah, interesting.
I find it's very good for drama and overtakes as well, I find.
Speed Queen, I think this is a chance. No slipstream for taking L's. Nearly contact there. Taking L's is way away from the train, so Speed Queen has to make the move now.
Look
on
at
the outside again, but has DRS.
Look at the lack of overspeed.
I know. And it's equal here. That is just insane how slow Speed Queen is on the straights. Amazing exits, but must have a huge difference of wings.
Well, Burmeister is in the Ferrari, is about to take the move here. He's got some good overspeed on the Williams of Reshka. Burmeister up to P4.
Speed Queen up the inside into turn 1. This surely will be it.
Well, taking L's will go for a lunge, I feel. He's just tucked back in though before Whale can get too much of a sniff at the overtake. 81 comments and we're into lap 4 at this point. Tremendous stuff. Thank you so much for all the great banter so far.
Purple for Speed Queen in sector 1 on a mission to get into this train. Whale and taking L's side by side. I heard the contact behind me.
There was a little bit of contact, yeah.
And they're still side by side, and
that was a lot of contact. Whale, the
wow.
third time a Haas has spun into lap 4, and Whale not enjoying a problem-free drive. That curb,
as well.
That curb is sparking again. Almost always we get on the Chinese Grand Prix, we get one curb that just sparks the whole race long.
Interesting. Did you see the contact between Whale and taking L's? I only saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
And another spin because he went on the curb.
Side by side running. Luke Bailey passes Matty.
No.
Here, Matty going backwards in the Alpha Tauri, and it looks like Livingwall fancies a piece of this action. He's actually far enough alongside to get the outside run. Goes Livingwall, perfect positioning on track, and gets the job done. So he got 2 places, and Matty!
Oh my goodness me!
Oh, what a hold that was from Matty. He's going to get 2 Webbo style points for that one.
That was great.
Burmeister has dumped Reshka very quickly and is now on the back of Yella. So Burmeister building the speed into this stint. And what are we expecting for tyre life, Lightning, from the softs here?
Horrible. Lap 5, you'd want to get rid of them.
Wow.
In my opinion, they're going to be really, really bad. Although doing a 2-stop will be dangerous. So
yeah,
if you're confident on the hards, you should pit earlier. But if you can't make the hard tyre work, then you have to suffer on these softs and then hope the mediums make it to the end, which is really difficult.
So Gam88 has come in, and he's come in early, and he said today, "Come on, Speed Queen," with a flexing arm this time.
Ooh, I'm still not convinced it's not a robot. I reckon it's coded by someone, and then they heard you, They had to recode it to make it a little bit more human-like. I don't know.
Simon Palmer says you can tell the people running quali wings. So go on then, Simon Palmer. Who's running quali wings? Living Wall gets a great move on Luke Bailey here.
Speed around the outside of Matty.
On the outside, is that going to work?
Deeper around the outside, better traction into the last corner. That would be
a lot better traction than Matty there. Is Matty going to take this as the hint he needs to come into the pits? No, he's not.
Max in the pits.
Matty's had 3 major issues with traction oversteer. Max, will he go for hard tyres here? Yes, indeed he does. So the first car to blink off the soft tyres. I don't think he would feel that he was getting slowed by Jeffrey. There was a good second and a half there. Rent says Jeffrey made a mistake, but I haven't seen his times tumble too much.
I'll check the race director.
Burmeister's got right on the back of Yella here for P2. They're contesting.
He did make a mistake. On lap 3, he was... well, that was just tyre, I reckon, a 35.8 from a 34.9. But then he kept in the 35s, and they got a 36.9, so 1.5 seconds slower. That's what his mistake cost him.
Now, Gam has left us some robot emojis. Now, is that what you would expect a bot to do?
Yes. That just proves it even more.
Burmeister just under a second behind Yella. I'm not quite sure whether he got the DRS. No, he didn't. So he's not able to capitalise. He's got great slipstream. Oh no, his DRS was open. I didn't hear the beep. So he got right up close there, and we've got Reshka holding off Living Wall for now, who just took Luke Bailey, and those guys in a little DRS train of their own. Speed Queen 3.4 seconds back from this battle at this stage, but has moved forward through the races. Reshka pits now at the end of lap 5. Wow, that was a fast pit entry from Matty there. Confident on his tyres and not going to do a Lewis 2008. 7?
Oh, I hate the fact that I'm going to correct you. It's 7, and I'm going to leave.
It was pretty bad, wasn't it? The one bit of gravel on the circuit. It's heartbreaking time back then. Still, I'm sure all the other championships he's got help him get over that particular incident. Burmeister now half a second behind Yella, and on lap 7, yet to stop the top 3, Jeffrey, Yella and Burmeister. Then we've got Living Wall on the mediums, Luke Bailey and Speed Queen also on the softs from the start, followed by Taking L's. Max has pitted and rejoined in P8 on hard tyres. Let's watch his time gaps, especially to Whale, who is on a slightly better tyre at this point. And Ivan is asking for wing level tips. Smoke replies with ones that are attached. This is very good.
You know what? That made me happy enough to return. But
oh, we've missed the 100th comment. It's now 105. We're going to have to wait till the 200th comment now.
I'm still not talking to you, though.
Okay. Fair enough.
We missed the 100th comment. We need to get to 200 now, guys. Come on. Get to it.
A great battle brewing here for P2 at this stage. Living Wall really enjoying these tyres now. And he's really caught Burmeister and Yella, who are nursing their softs to try and make this a one-stop soft medium, I think, Lightning, right?
Yella is seriously oversteering out of that corner. Burmeister is on a charge here. Come on. This is going to be awesome.
I think if anyone's going to do anything here, it's going to be Living Wall. On the run. Max's gap has closed slightly to the car in front and stayed fairly static to the car behind.
I reckon Living Wall is on the hunt as well here. Speed Queen's catching up quite a fair bit, nearly to this train.
That's true. So she was obviously being pretty careful on the early part of the soft stint. And it's the kind of patient driving we're well used to seeing from Speed Queen. Here comes Living Wall, sorry. He's going to get DRS. early doors. He's going to try and get the slipstream off the defending Yeller in front. They're going to go down to the turn 15. What a move from Livingwall. Round the outside, split the difference between the two cars in front and takes both of them lightning. Tremendous stuff. Oh, contact!
Oh, bottled.
Contact between Burmeister and Yeller, who is going to have to make a dive to the pit lane here and lose loads of time. They both go in the pits. Burmeister can't get the car under control.
Does Yeller have damage? Can't believe I was distracted.
It's very hard to say on Yeller.
The answer.
What's the answer?
Oh, wow. No.
No, okay. Well, no repairable damage at least. Burmeister serving a pit.
5 seconds.
So he must have picked one up there. Crazy.
Whose fault was that? Because I didn't even see it. Because
well,
my back.
if you would tend to side with the driver behind for running into the car in front, then it would have been Burmeister's fault. But then we saw Yeller was really struggling on those tyres. So I don't know if anyone else had a better view of that. I wouldn't necessarily. I couldn't really comment at this stage, but yeah, Burmeister was definitely behind going into turn 16.
I don't know. It depends if it was like a brake check or a, it wasn't on a straight. It was about to come a braking zone. So
yeah.
Yeah, if it's on a straight, then it's the person in front's fault. If it's not on a straight, then it's the person behind's fault. There you go, that's the thing.
Scary stuff, Lightning. The boss has been listening the whole time through here.
Oh no. Oh no. Bye guys, see you never.
Is that Luke Bailey pitting now? Yes, indeed it is. So into the pits he comes from P4, and Speed Queen goes back through. So Speed Queen will run Jeffrey from the lead pits. So does Luke Bailey. That promotes Livingwall and Speed Queen, who, let's see what kind of time she's able to do here, because she has been, I would have to say, relatively slow at the start of her stint. And let's see if she's held on to the tyres well enough. But yeah, the boss just confirming that if crossplay works, we will have combined console generation leagues next season. It's going to need some careful testing.
The amount of problems it's going to... Oh, we are going to pull our hair out.
Yes.
Oh,
those of us with hair will pull our hair out.
Yeah, that clocked, and I thought I'd make a joke about it, so... Yeah. You already did that.
Unfortunately, I'm far too quick at stuff like that.
Yeah. So is your hair.
Christoph is very much doubting we will get to 200 comments, and was taking what we were saying very literally. However, we are at 130 already.
I'll make it possible.
I think it's getting there. Jeffrey, though, has come out of the pits behind Max, and on fresh mediums, Jeffrey and Max will do battle down the back straight. Jeffrey getting a little slipstream, going back for more, and they'll draw alongside one another. Max perhaps had the opportunity there, Lightning, to put a defence in, but he knows their tyres are different, and is running this one fairly sensibly.
Can't Max send it?
I think Max is just trying to stay close to the back of Jeffrey rather than go for it, but we will see.
He's got less RS. I never knew that Craig was Alonso.
Do you think Craig's alter ego is Fernando Alonso? Or just that Craig is an Alonso fan?
Nah, I think he's just Alonso himself.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I right, Craig? I do.
Now you've got me thinking, and Craig is hosting a go-karting event.
Ooh. The first option is better. Well, yeah, I agree, Smoke. Thank you. Actually, Smoke, as you're here, who's going to win the F2 title? Oh yeah.
You're asking. You're asking the right crowd to ask about the F2 title for sure. They're all here watching to get those setups. We have got plenty of you watching with us.
Speed Queen's out!
No, no, Speed Queen! What on earth has happened this time?
It was a Spinala. It's a virtual safety car.
And it's on the exit at turn 13 where we've seen several cars have an issue. There she is.
Living Wall is going to win now.
Wow. Massive deal for Speed Queen.
Oh no, I wanted...
Living Wall pits Lightning. 13 seconds ahead of taking L. So will that be hard tyres, do you think? With
mediums, probably.
70, well, they can't. They can't put...
Wait, he's on the mediums?
Yeah, so Living Wall started on the mediums. He's got to fit an alternate tyre. Jeffrey retakes the lead, having only recently pitted. Max will stay on hard tyres. Taking L's in the pits, I'm sure that'll be hard tyres again. Whale promoted. Whale passes up the opportunity to go in the pits here, Lightning.
Weird. Jeffrey has a penalty. Did we notice that? Or was I just stupid?
No, I hadn't noticed. We haven't mentioned that on screen.
But yeah, that has saved Living Wall's race. But now my prediction is in the bin. Not that it was going to work anyway. My top two are now penultimate and last.
Well, Speed Queen...
We can get Speed Queen into the party, maybe. I mean, the chances
you can try.
Are zero, but...
Yeah. Speed Queen then out of the race, 10 laps deep into the soft tyre run. Of course, as the benefit of hindsight, it's always 2020, but unfortunately, Speed Queen running those soft tyres, one lap too many for the exit of turn 13 at least, and Speed Queen unfortunately out of the race. Gam says that she got game freeze, so quite sure what to make of that, but it's definitely out of character for Speed Queen, as now the cars will all collect
sorry about the cough
together, but they've obviously pitted, and we're now back on target for the rest of the race. Looks like it's then on lap 13, it's Jeffrey, Max and Whale. Living Wall, Reshka, Luke Bailey, Matty, Yeller taking L, Simply 90, the top 10, followed in short order by Ghost and Burmeister, who has not done well out of that issue near the pit lane, Lightning.
No, it's not gone well for a few people, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely a dramatic race so far. Further back though, P5 and 4, we've got Reshka and Living Wall respectively, both on hard tyres. Reshka fitted them a lot earlier, but they'll both be good to the end of this race. A reminder that Whale still yet to stop on his mediums.
Already halfway through. No, we're not. One more lap.
Almost, but near enough.
I'm very good at maths, you know.
No. Was it?
Oh.
Was it a temporary VSC we had?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very short.
It was quite short, wasn't it? Living Wall is quite fast.
Even on the hard tyres, he is gaining on Whale, who's on older mediums.
He'll have DRS, I reckon.
Sparking his way out of the turn 13.
Excuse me. I reckon he'll make it into turn 1, the move. Or send it down the inside now. No, he didn't do that.
He didn't do that, no.
That'd be fun if he did, though. Jeffrey with a 134.896.
Whale is 9 places up on his start so far. Living Wall up 5, but Living Wall's ascendancy is a little bit more genuine, having pitted once, with taking L's up 4 as well. It's definitely been working out for those guys so far today. Of course, the race is young.
That sparking curb. Oh, yeah. Will Living Wall send it here? Come on. Up the inside. He didn't.
No, it's definitely difficult there to make the difference. Jeffrey has a 3-second penalty, but Lightning, he's opened up the gap to Max to 4.6 seconds at this point here.
He's opened it up 2.5 seconds in about 3 laps.
Simon saying hard's working well. I have to say, not as well as Jeffrey's mediums are working. Jeffrey trying to go more than half distance on the medium tyre, I guess, here.
Yeah.
He's going to run out of tyres at the end.
Will there be a move here now? Living Wall versus Whale. Reshka. What tyres is Reshka on?
Reshka is on hard tyres. He stopped before the VSC.
And he's very, very fast, so he could be...
Here comes Livingwall on Whale. Nice work. I do fancy Reshka could have had a go on him there.
Oh, yep. And he's going to. And there's contact.
Tiny little rubbed out. I don't think... I mean, that was more to do with Whale losing the car on traction than it was Reshka's fault. Whale pits now 13 laps in, and with the field condensed lightning, he's going to end up plumb last.
Livingwall's going to send... No, not Livingwall. Reshka might send it here into the snail section. Had loads of overspeed on Livingwall.
Yeah, good run through 16 as well. It's only a short straight, really. Matty might have a go here with Yeller. Matty's unlocking some speed here on the medium tyres that he didn't really have earlier on.
Matty's a bit of an enigma. Sometimes he's last, sometimes he's up there in the midfield battling everybody else.
Yeah, and he definitely blows hot and cold when it comes to the tyres as well. I do seem to think he's much more a happy medium runner than he is on the other tyres.
Yeah. He's what's that thing called? That girl who steals the porridge off bears.
Oh, Goldilocks. He's a Goldilocks driver.
That's
nice.
The thing. Right in the middle, you know, not hot, not cold, you know. Perfect.
Not hard, not soft.
Porridge. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll like that. We've got Mr. Consistency Max and we've got Goldilocks Matty.
Yeah. I still think it's cruel that she stole all that food off of those bears, and then the bears are so nice. You know, if I were a bear, I'd have ripped it to pieces, but...
It's just a story, though,
Lightning.
Lightning.
Can't nick my food. Yeah, but I'd take it very seriously when someone nicks my food.
Sure.
You know.
We've got bears cooking porridge and going out for strolls. I think we've lost a grip on reality. Down the inside, Ghost is trying here on Simply 90, who takes a lovely line through the hairpin and just about holds on to the place. Risked cutting off Ghost's nose there, but Simply 90 hangs on round the next turn. But I fear will be vulnerable into turn one. Simply 90 making sure he gets the sponsors on the camera for a couple of corners at least. Some good defence, but he couldn't hold off Ghost all the way through to the next opportunity.
What's the sound that whales make?
Whale song.
No, like, I want you to repeat it.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, again.
I'm sure you got me doing that before from Finding Dory.
Well, talking about the whale has got past Burmeister. Poor old Burmeister. He's probably drinking a beer whilst driving, and I don't even blame him. You
think he's got one of those chugging hats on with a bottle on each side, straws going down for a hydration system?
That's definitely it.
That does sound a bit of Burr style there, doesn't it?
On Wally, those people with the drinking things. I think they have the drinking things. Whatever. But yeah. I don't think he's going to be very happy after all that.
So tonight's has been brought to you by Fairy Tales and Pixar.
I am...
It would seem.
Can you imagine if I were high? I'd be even worse. I can't say that.
There have been rumours about some of your performances. I have to say.
People wouldn't believe me.
Simon Palmer says Burr's name is actually Jägermeister, which is a good line. I like that.
I don't understand that, but I'll allow it.
He's Burmeister, and he's drunk.
Did Lightning ever have a grip on reality? No.
No. Lap 17. Jeffrey leads by 7.1 seconds. Our championship contender Max from Reshka and Livingwall, Luke Bailey and Yeller, then Matty taking L's and Ghost with Simply 90 just a little bit behind, taking L's and Jeffrey with penalties each, and then we've got Whale Burmeister the remainder of this circuit. Now Burr has been very much not helped by his little spin just before the VSC, which forced him to pit, serve a penalty for corner cutting, and then watch everybody else get a cheap pit stop in front of him.
Well, I was distracted by a lovely compliment from Ivan.
Simply 90 out of the race!
Oh no! He simply bottled it. And his safety car's out.
So on the gap between turns 11 and 12, Simply 90 loses the car, it seems. I don't think he was pushed. I think he was on his own. But that is a crying shame for a driver who has driven so well. Max takes the opportunity here for a quick pit stop. Now that's a good idea. 10 laps on a light car, Lightning, do you think?
Reshka did I can't repeat it. Let's just say a gravel. There you go.
A pit entry gravel where there is no longer gravel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Max down into. I think if you make too much of a fuss, Lightning, people are just going to start spamming the comments with bad Hamilton moments.
Jeffrey, there's only like 3, so.
Yeah, it's true.
And Verstappen has. Anyway, continuing. Jeffrey couldn't pit because he didn't have a chance.
No, exactly.
And I got a lovely compliment from Ivan saying Craig shouldn't have said that he was watching because Lightning stopped joking. I loved his jokes. Don't worry, I went back to it and I took the piss out of some people.
Yes, apologies if anyone is offended by swear words there.
Oh, that wasn't a swear word. It's just simply a fact of life.
Okay.
There are only a very select few people who haven't urinated, and that's babies that are just born.
Sure. But there are cleaner ways of saying what you meant to say, or what you were communicating.
Oh well.
I'm loving the puns, as is Smoke here. Simon Palmer's saying that Burmeister isn't drinking a Budweiser. And Simon Palmer says, cause light in the Tuesday comms box.
I need to try and reschedule my schedule.
To get back in. You're going to join us for the finale, aren't you?
I am. Thankfully, I am able to do that.
As long as you haven't got any storms, illness, biscuits, barbecues, or other reasons to not show up. Jeffrey is in the pits. Jeffrey is pitting while everyone is getting on top. Max then has taken the lead. Now the pit option here is softs for Jeffrey, mediums for Max. So that is pretty important, Lightning. What do you make of that strategy option?
Well, plus a penalty for Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he'd have gotten swallowed up anyway, but he's coming out in 6th place, so he's got a lot of work to do.
Definitely. So soft tyres. He's also got 3 soft runners in front of him. So that's pretty important. We've got Burmeister down in 11th place, and having caught the back of the train. Then we've got Max back up into, well, the first time he's been in first place for this race at least. Really needing to score big out of this opportunity while Jaume is not here, and to try and right the downturn in form that he suffered. You're back with us, Lightning.
Yeah, I just got buddied. Never mind, I'm back now. Yeah, so Jeffrey was dominating. Now he's 6th place with a penalty. What will he be able to do?
He did have some very impressive pace. I was surprised to see Max and Reshka pit for medium tyres, and I hope that we're not suddenly going to get an exodus from the live chat now that the F2 guys can't learn anything from the strategy.
I don't think they'll leave. I think they still have something to learn from the strategy.
So Jeffrey Smoke says Jeffrey stopped for soft, and it was a good call. I think it was a good call. I think 10 laps on the soft tyres while the cars are light with fuel is a good option. How aggressive do we think Reshka is going to get here rather than looking behind him? That could work in Max's favour, Lightning, having another medium driver as a buffer between himself and the soft runners.
That's a good point. Is Seticar in this lap?
Yep.
Ooh, I like that. Burmeister has another chance. That's nice.
Well, Luke Livingwell was super quick earlier, and super quick into the final corner. Slams on the brakes.
Max bottled it, nearly.
Max had a problem there. Unless that was a gigantic fake out for the rest of the field, Max really struggled to get the car out. Yeller is competing here on the inside of Luke Bailey. We've got some action further back, Lightning. I think something might go wrong with 8 laps to go. It looked like some frantic action going on as Yeller gets the overlap, tries to get his position on track, and Luke Bailey says no thank you, and they touch front wing to rear wheel. Yeller just noses ahead. And now
Jeffrey
Living Wall has a massive dive bomb, completely outbrakes himself. Great avoidance from Reshka. And we've got big action in the back there. That looks like Luke Bailey demoted all the way down as Reshka goes around the outside defending against Living Wall. And it is all kicking off here with 8 laps to go after the safety car.
Oh wow, Jeffrey, what a dive bomb, completely smashed into the rear right of Yeller. Surprised he has no wing damage.
Living Wall and Jeffrey both going for extreme dive bombs into turn 6.
Contact into his teammate. He's not used to the grip on these softs. He just completely rammed his teammate up the rear.
You can't expect everybody to brake when you want to. You have to go by their braking points.
My dogs are loving this as well. They're whiffing. Jeffrey's going to go on the inside of Ghost.
Yeller's going to try and have a go as well. What about Jeffrey and Ghost? Well, that's Ghost on the inside, letting Jeffrey have the favoured racing line there. Some good teamwork between the Aston Martin drivers. Is now Whale is right behind Yeller. This is working out perfectly for Max, who's opened out a gap of 1.5 seconds, 1 lap after the safety car. Reshka is far more concerned with defending against Living Wall here, who is super quick but can't take advantage of the tyre. Rams the back wheel of Reshka. That will put an end to Living Wall's attack on the way through this corner. He did really dive bomb down into the hairpin here on the previous lap, but he learns from it slightly. So now
Jeffrey rammed everybody he's tried to get past.
we've got Luke Bailey out of the race in the pits. So he's gone into the pits. He's had enough, and he's done the right thing, and we thank him at least for getting into the pits. Well, his car, is it stopping in the pits, or is it? Yes, thankfully. I thought it had retired and was on its way back out again. But McLaren were a long way down the pit lane, it seems.
Luke Bailey says, well, what a rubbish ending. Yep. You binned it.
Oof. I'm sure he'll have a racing driver excuse to come up with. Now, Living Wall should get the DRS here, should he? Oof. And we've got action going on behind them as well as Whale gets a good opportunity. I'm struggling to find a good camera angle as Living Wall and Reshka will go side by side down the next corner. Whale went all the way around the outside of Yeller, and Living Wall and Reshka still side by side down through turn 16. Max with another fastest lap on these medium tyres. Living Wall has the inside line against Reshka, who is hanging on here, gets a good outside sweep round kind of move. Living Wall will have to drag the brakes, and he forces Reshka wide. A little rub of wheels, and it's fair game. That was reminiscent of forgive me, the Russian driver on Vettel those years ago. Kvyat, yes.
Who also rammed him up the rear.
That was, well, only in the next race, wasn't it? Yeah. I felt so bad for Kvyat. He was being criticised for making a clean overtake.
Torpedo.
Yeah, but he didn't make contact.
Yeah, but that was in the past. That was before that.
Yes, but anyway, I've never understood. I thought that was the undoing of his career, and it was completely unjust.
The undoing of his career was bottling it a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
And then he came back and then got beaten by Gasly. Oh well, moving on. Jeffrey trying to make a move on Burmeister. Wow, from first to dominating in first to now 8th place with a penalty.
Well, Living Wall trying to close that gap without the benefit of DRS now. Max has done the work when he needed to.
Oh my goodness me, what a move by Jeffrey. Super late on the brakes on Matty. Going up the middle?
He's going to try the middle, but Burmeister's trying to hold off as well. Matty gets a better run. Burmeister on the inside, tighter line through turn 16.
Squeezing up the inside. Slipstream from Burmeister. Where will he go? Up the inside, around the outside. Up the inside he goes. Rocket ship on the straight.
Oh no, that's going to all go wrong as they make contact on the way in. And Jeffrey almost steering left to go right into that corner.
He had so much overspeed.
Further contact coming from Burr and Matty.
Living Wall's round.
You're kidding me. He is.
He's in last.
From fighting for a potential win, Living Wall out of this race. Whale is trying to go down the inside as well. This is crazy. Whale on Reshka. It's just punch and counter punch. Well, we have hit 181 comments, Christoph, and you said 200 would be way out of reach. That's incredible stuff from you guys. Forgive me if I missed them all, but it is incredible stuff. Don't forget, we will try and speak to our podium scoring drivers at the end of this race. Whale is not happy with staying behind Reshka here, who just needs to hang on for another lap or two, Lightning, before those mediums are in better shape.
Yeah, those mediums will be even better at the end of the race, so Max should be pulling away easily.
But he's had to use all his ERS. His light is flashing. He's going to lose 2 places here, I think. Down the inside runs Yella. Whale got the job done ages ago. And now Reshka, boxed in behind Yella, will take the inside line through turn 16, and they just hang on.
I thought I saw something, but no. Jeffrey, fastest lap.
Was it a putty tat?
What?
It's an old Looney Tunes cartoon. Where Tweety Pie used to say, I tore a putty tat.
Language. Can't say pussy.
I didn't. I said putty.
I did. Get it up the inside of Reshka.
Oh, that's a nice move. That's a nice sneaky move into the hairpin from Yella. Reshka really struggling to hang on now, and he needs to try and stem this flow, going backwards through the race.
I see cake, I've got to go.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Well, we have Reshka then hanging on. Jeffrey is joining the back of Reshka. Somehow or other, Jeffrey has caught back up to this group, challenging for the podium here. Tries a fake-out move on the way into turn 12. It doesn't quite work out. That's 193 comments. Surely 200 are on today. I hope we can get 200 likes as well, but that might be a little bit optimistic.
Ghost is all over Burmeister's rear end here. Closer, closer, closer. Right in his gearbox. Overtaking up the inside. Easy DRS move.
Very easy. Yeah, interestingly though, Jeffrey couldn't get a move done on Reshka because he's stuck in a DRS train. Max is 2.8 seconds in the lead of this race with 4 laps to go. Max could right the wrongs of the last couple of races. And Ivan says these guys are fighting like lions. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, the undoing of Kvyat's career, as very well mentioned here in the chat, was not only Max stealing his seat, but also his girlfriend and his child to add to that.
Ouch.
Yeah, very ouch. And he lives in Russia, which isn't going to help.
Well,
oh, Jeffrey!
I'm not sure he does, you know. I think he's in Monaco.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot he's rich.
Yes, indeed. Jeffrey is hanging on here, but his good tyres are well and truly gone. Simon Palmer says, how has Max won this? Max has won this by being Mr. Consistency and being in the right place at the right time.
This year, though.
He
3
did.
laps left.
No, that's true. He did look into the safety car coming in that gap that Jeffrey had opened up between himself and Max. He had the option of pitting there and more to gain than
Yella is weaving like
than Jeffrey had.
Reshka around the outside. What's Jeffrey
going to do?
He's
tyres, hasn't he?
He's up his rear.
Contact.
He's rammed him.
Well,
he's rammed him in the rear, and he's not got a front wing anymore.
Has he rammed him, or did Yella?
Oh, yeah.
Did Yella move across in the braking zone?
And into the pits goes Jeffrey.
There's Jeffrey in the pits. Yeah.
Yeah. He's rammed so many people. Blimmin' heck.
Ren says, with a plot like that, Kvyat should be a supervillain.
Oh, and he's retired from dominating to giving up.
Oh, that's crazy stuff. So down to 9 drivers now, and we are also almost on the 200th comment. Was that actually Simon Palmer? No. One more comment, and we hit the magic 200 mark.
Oh, no.
And it's Ren's.
Simon got it. Oh, no.
I think Ren's got it. Yeah.
With the supervillain thing. Yeah, fair enough.
No, he said touring car Jeffrey. For my feeling, I thought that that Yella closed off the braking zone and Jeffrey had nowhere to go, but I don't know, could be 50-50.
So Reshko is currently a net P2.
It's just true. He has been good today. He's been very quick in quali. He put in 3 consecutive good times in quali. He's building the speed, and his performance in the race has been very smart, very good running. He held off the drivers when he had to, and he's definitely kept those tyres an option. He's actually pulling out the gap now, Reshka, and needs to, as Lightning said, stay within the penalty window of Wales' soft tyre shod car. He may not even need to worry about the penalties, given that he's closing in on him here as the race reaches its penultimate lap for the leader. Max, 3.6 seconds ahead of Wales and Reshka.
What is the closest battle? Matty and Ghost?
No, I think it's Reshka and Wales, isn't it? But
no,
it's nice. It's certainly nice and tight between second down to 6th place on the final couple of laps here. Max will be feeling every bump and hearing every noise in the car. He'll be telling Jeff to leave him alone. He knows what he's doing. Tremendous stuff. Remember, we will try and speak to our drivers, so if you've got a burning question about one of their races, keep it in your pocket until we have them on air. There's the sparking turn. It's turn 11, Lightning, that constantly sparks through the race around here in China.
Do you think I know the corner numbers?
Well, you just have to find the first one, and then you find the second one, and find them all in turn.
I don't know if
we have established your grip of maths, that this is true. So DRS in action here for Reshka on Wales, for Yella defending from Ghost. Reshka gets the place before the penalty count back, and the Mercedes and Aston Martin go side by side. Yella taking no prisoners on the exit of that corner, and Ghost having to live with the fact that he was going over that front wing.
Max is spun. No, I'm joking.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. He will hate you for that.
That would be funny though.
Burmeister, 3-second time penalty. Burmeister has managed to pick up a penalty that might see him end up behind Livingwall, but Max is getting through towards the end of the first sector on his final lap. But it is still all to play for here. Reshka pulling out the gap here on Wales, and may manage to get outside of the DRS zone coming down the final straight, and that, Lightning, is where all the action is going to take place on this final lap.
Certainly is. Matty and Yella, I reckon. Could be something happening there. Because Reshka and Wales doesn't really matter, considering the penalty. But yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Max. Keep it on track.
He's managed to get through 2/3 of the lap so far. I haven't even looked at fastest lap yet. Who's got it? It's Jeffrey down in 10th, so that won't count.
No. Well, it would count, but he decided to bottle it.
But I presume the fastest driver in the top 10 still gets the... No, they don't, do they?
No.
Yella struggling out of the final corner. That means Matty can find it really easy to get on through. Wales and Ghost are a little bit further apart.
Never mind.
But it looks like Max through the final corner, and Max is back on top, and presumably back on top of the championship. Max wins the Chinese Grand Prix from Reshka and Ghost, who gets himself on the podium, staying close to the penalty on Wales' car. Matty with a great performance, Lightning, up to P4 as things are all said and done, followed by Yella and Wales. Livingwall got 7th in the end, and Burmeister will come round and go as slowly as possible to the line, doing an illegal burnout on towards the line there. Another thing they had to make up a rule to stop Verstappen doing wrong. And now taking L's comes across the line.
You shout at me, but you say that.
Well, it is true. They've had to rewrite a lot of rules for Verstappen.
Yeah, including, like, safety car and, human error champion. Anyway, I've got to go before I get murdered.
Well, you can stay with us for the interviews if you want to.
No, I really do have to disappear. Bye-bye.
Okay, no problem. Well, we will hopefully be able to get the drivers in. Max, I know, knows his way to the podium interviews. You guys will have to help me out in the live chat with some questions for the drivers as well. As Max sprays the champagne, as could he be that one step closer to this championship for Max? It's been a season full of wins, but will he do enough here to take the championship with 2 rounds to go? Max, we are missing title rival Jaume in this particular race, but Max takes the win for Alpine from second on the grid with a 46-minute race time. Then Reshka is in second place. Ghost, who is impatiently joining the press conference as we speak. Ghost is in P3 with a great performance from third on the grid. Matty, one of the highlights of the race, was up in fourth, followed by Yella, with Whale getting driver of the day officially. I'm going to give it to Matty though, from my view. I think Matty did an overall better job up to fourth place. Then we have Livingwall in seventh. Burmeister got the car home in eighth place. Then Taking L's was your final finisher. Jeffrey got the fastest lap, but it doesn't count because he DNF'd. Followed by Luke Bailey, Simply 90 and Speed Queen, all of the drivers that ended this one. Ivan is saying, remember about his question. I can't see it, Ivan. There we are. Okay. Now I see it. I'm hoping that Max has made his way, but hopefully the drivers will just check their party and broadcast audio settings are set to share for me, please, while I give one more thank you to our sponsors who made tonight possible. Those are Grid Rival and Nailcut Hall, and our partners gridfinder.com and Driver 61. Well, Max, you had one job tonight, and that was take the maximum points away from Jaume, who didn't show up today, and you achieved it, but it wasn't an easy night's racing.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm sweaty. It's a disaster, but those 10 last laps were so intense.
Yeah.
Got to say sorry for the restart and the safety car, but the thing is that I couldn't control my car. The car started to brake automatically, so I hope that there was no front wing damage or something like that behind. It was really, really weird. I almost lost the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a race! I mean, Jeffrey, he was out of range tonight. He was so quick, but he got so unlucky with the safety car because the safety car came out just after he passed the main straight line. So I was able to pit and then be in front.
Yep.
And I was lucky as well to have Reshka with the medium tire behind me because he was like a barrier for me with all the drivers on the soft compound. So yeah, you can say I made the job, but it was not an easy one, and I got lucky.
Yeah.
Not a poor start for once, and it changes everything.
Absolutely,
so, yeah.
no. There were elements of luck today, but you certainly had plenty of bad luck the previous 2 races. I think you won that race in the 2 laps after the safety car. You disappeared and built the gap that you needed from the rest of the drivers, and Reshka holding up the other drivers around really also helped you a lot in terms of those soft tyres and their initial bite. So congratulations. Ivan from F2 says what's the best strategy around here, Max, or have you got no idea after that race?
Because of the safety car, it's hard to tell. I was wondering if I could catch Jeffrey a bit toward the end of the race because I had a hard tire, and plus he got a 3-second penalty. So it's really hard. I think I had a massive undercut, obviously, because I pitted really early. So if you are in the middle of traffic, by going the strategy I chose, of course you will have free air and you will be able to develop your pace correctly. So yeah, I think it's hard. I mean, anything can work around this track, and a final word for Reshka, as you've mentioned. I've got to, I don't know, pay him a beer or something like that. Yeah, he really made the job for me, and I was pushing like hell after the safety car in order, yeah, to basically to fly away, and it worked.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, congratulations, Max. We've been feeling really bad for you. I think that Lightning is your good luck charm, because the previous two races, Lightning wasn't there, and you had those awful starts. This time,
Yeah.
did you nail the start at least? Tell me that.
No, I thought I made a poor start as well. I was like, come on, it's not possible. And then I looked behind me, and there was no one overtaking me. So I was like, it's not that bad. But I was, you can imagine, I was stressing out, really. I practiced a bit. I've got to thank Ghost as well, because he gave me tips after France last week. And thanks to him, I think I've done better starts. So
how many practice starts between last week and this week's race have you put in?
Well, I would say roughly maybe 20 starts or something like that.
Fantastic, Max. Well, if you can't get good, get lucky, I think is possibly the story of today. But yeah, tremendous couple of laps after the safety car. Congratulations, Max. Good to see you back on top. And now, as far as Lightning can calculate, 5 points clear of Jaume in the championship with 2 rounds to go. Reshka, you've been very patient with us, and I know Ghost is waiting. But Reshka, congratulations on the podium. Some great driving there. I think you were the most consistent driver today.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, no, it was a tough race, lots of battles, lots of just being patient. You know, knowing my medium tyres to the end will be good. They'll be better than the softs. Just trying to limit the damage of those who can get in front, so that I can hopefully get them back at the end. So
absolutely. Rents, one of our favourite viewers of the coverage here at Invictus Racing League, Rents asks the question for you. He says, you had quite an eventful race for the podium, battling many different drivers. How did you manage it so flawlessly?
I think it was just trying to stay calm through it all. You know, I had a bit of a rough start. So, okay, let's not panic. You know, then I think Ghost span, and then I was looking at Jeffrey messed up at the safety car. That was another place. Where had his penalty was another one. It was just, everything's happening. I had a very low wings on my car again, which really helped in the straight line. Which meant I just I had to breeze past people and then hold them up. So
fantastic. I mean, great stuff. And what do you feel about the preferred strategy right now on the on a safety car free run?
I think all of the one-stop strategies, soft, medium, soft, medium, they're all about the same kind of overall time, of course, over the course of the race. The soft to medium is difficult. The tyres do wear a lot. I think the outright fastest is the medium to the hard, but you have to qualify on the mediums to do that, and that's tough.
Definitely.
So I don't think really it's one of those, just see where you qualify, see how the race develops. If there's a safety car, come in. If there's not, just kind of stay out. And you've really got to manage it on the fly around here. There's no obvious one to go for. So,
well, tremendous. You sound a little bit out of breath there today. I imagine that was a tough night racing.
Yeah, no, it was. I say a lot of laps battling. So
yeah, well, congratulations. Great to see you on the podium, and great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reshka. Ghost, you've been waiting a heck of a long time. You were the first one to join the chat as well. Ghost, congratulations. I'm not quite sure how you got up there on that podium towards the end, but I think it was penalties that all added up. But talk us through your race.
Hooray, I'm back. I don't know. I don't quite know how, but all right. Yeah, if I could go one IRL race without spinning in the first stint, that would be nice. But yeah, it was certainly a race. I had a decent qualifying. I reckon I had another couple tenths in me, but Max definitely did as well. So it was all fair enough in the end. Yeah, I started off okay, and then Yella, as usual, gets his ridiculous start and goes straight down my inside into P2, down to P4, and then I think I spin more in this league because it's faster than a lot of leagues that I'm used to, or well, a lot of leagues like 2. So I just push a bit too hard to keep up with the guys who are faster than me.
Do you feel it makes you faster as well?
I feel it motivates me to improve, yeah. But currently, all that's happening is that I'm spinning a lot. No, it was a good race in the end. I looked like I was going to get a point before the safety car came out, which I would have been okay with. And the safety car came out, and then all hell broke loose at the restart. And then I think I got rammed by Jeffrey, but by the sounds of the commentary, Jeffrey was ramming everyone. So
pretty much, yeah. He could do with some extra fenders on that car. It was it was a little bit rough. I think one of the things that is the biggest learning point across the field is just that if you're on better tyres than the car in front, they are going to brake earlier than you, and people just seemingly not learning that lesson.
100%. But yeah, after I think it was after Jeffrey came into the pits, I suddenly had a lot better time because I could catch up to the two cars in front, and then the softs. I was really worried when I saw so many people come in for softs at the safety car, but it turned out to be the right decision to go on mediums because those softs were dead at the end. They were completely gone. You could tell that by just the way Yellow was driving in those last couple of laps, he was really struggling. So, I just made some calm overtakes, got myself ahead, saw a couple of cars spinning, Living Wall another place, and then Jeffrey another place, and then I thought, only on the last lap did I see Wales' penalty and think I could have a podium. So I just kept it clean. I knew I didn't have to overtake him, so I didn't try. I just stayed behind him and got a P3, which I think I'm really happy with given the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see you getting a good result out of it as well. I say after a couple of bad rounds, maybe Lightning is going to be your lucky charm as well. Unfortunately, Lightning had to leave us, but great to talk to our three drivers, and congratulations on the podium once again. We've got 2 races left to go, and we will obviously be here for that. For that next week. We'll be here for F2 tomorrow as well. So do join us for that on the channel. I've been Webbo all session long, and you can follow me at WebboRed5 if you want to know when the other times I'm live are and join in the fun. But from Invictus Racing League, from all of our sponsors and all of our drivers, a big thank you to everyone watching the video, for everyone who has left a like on the video as well. And we will catch you all on the next race day.